No, you don't.
And we're back with some bonus content. And I can't help but notice that you guys keep using these raise your hand features. It is annoying. I just want you to know that. And that's why Beast Move does it constantly because he just loves to be annoying, which is it's just like his superpower. Charlie Murphy's superpower is the porn stash, and then we got the annoying one over there. All right. So for this bonus content, we're going to talk a little bit about Giannis and why are they not calling fouls on Giannis, or will they ever call a charging foul on Giannis? Um, I think Charlie Murphy went last. I mean, first last time. So we're going to start with Be Smooth.
No, they're never going to call a foul on Giannis. You got to
Hey, you're muted.
remember,
I was
I'm
just
not
messing with
muted.
you. I was just messing with you.
All right.
I love it.
So, so Giannis is the American. He's the epitome of the American dream. Notice how they keep selling him as a foreigner that came here, made something out of himself with hard work through all the commercials and different things like that. If they start calling offensive fouls on him and limit his game, then they can't sell that dream. They can't sell those commercials. He's just like Luca. They're pushing him. And if as long as they're continuing to push him in those ways, oh, he can just do whatever he wants. He's gonna be like Shaq out there, just run through dudes and dunk. That's what it's gonna be. Unless he ever develops a jumper, then they might call it on him. That's it.
Charlie Murphy?
First, a comment on the jumper. I think every year he's gotten like when I say I'm gonna say marginally better with the jumper.
Mhm.
You know, would you leave him open for 10 open threes? Yeah, you would. He ain't making five of those. He's not. So I would say he's gotten marginally better, but you know,
He started making
the
three of them.
traveling, the offensive foul. I mean, yeah, because you talked about Luca. Some of it is traveling. Some of it is offensive foul. That is his game. If the refs take that away, what kind of player would he be?
Now, I'm going to say this, all right? They're never going to call traveling because they don't call traveling in the NBA. So we can just let that one go. But I 100% agree with y'all. It's a travel. In terms of the fouls, I think that he is the hardest person to officiate in the league. I'll give the comparison of Shaq. Like you remember when Shaq was in the league and they had the hardest time trying to figure out was it an offensive foul or was it just him being bigger than everybody else and more powerful than everybody else. And that's where we are with Giannis. He's bigger, he's more powerful than everybody else, but he's also more athletic than even some forwards and some guards. So it's hard to figure out is it a travel? I'm sorry, not a travel, but is it an offensive foul? In some cases, I would say that some of those are, but some of those ones where he's throwing his shoulder into people, those are just good basketball moves. It just looks worse than it is because he's doing it on somebody who's two times smaller than him in those cases. Now, what I
But
will
here,
say is that those elbows, those are a problem. Now, the elbows are a foul. When he throws the elbows, that's a foul. And I think that it's a shame because he's literally throwing his elbow at people, and then after throwing his elbow at people, he gets the elbow thrown back at him, but it becomes a technical or a flagrant foul or something like that when it's done against him. See Al Horford last night, but when he does it, it's nothing. And stop raising your hand. You're annoying me. I'm coming
here's the
back to
problem.
you.
Here's the problem
Hey,
with what
hey,
you're saying.
ignore.
You just said he's two to three times bigger than everybody else, right?
Correct.
He's a 7 footer. Half those guys guarding him are 6'8" and under. If he's hitting you with his shoulder, that means he's lowering his shoulder. That's an offensive foul. He has to come down to hit you with it.
But I
It's an offensive
mean,
foul.
don't you kind of bend your knees to jump? Or you kind of have to come down to bend your knees.
You so they're bent already. So when you're posting up, you're bent over and they're bent over. So you're both lower than what you were already at. So they're not going to be the same size as him. You
No,
literally have to come down with your shoulder.
but if he's already bent over in the post position, that means his shoulder is probably at their forehead, which is why they're getting hit with his shoulder in the head.
Hey, it's an offensive foul. And I understand what you're saying. He's hard to officiate, but you don't have to do all that. You, look, he weighs twice as much as those guys. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. He literally could just do that Kevin Garnett move with a fast spin and go dunk.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to create contact. He
You're
wants.
making literally the same argument that people made about Shaq when he was playing. That, but we didn't see it that way. So what's the difference? That's what I'm saying. He's hard to officiate because he's just like Shaq. That's who he is. Go ahead.
I think it's that simple. Every every possession he has is just going to be different. If he has someone as tall as him, he's going to be quicker, and he's still strong enough to probably muscle his way. If he has someone shorter than him, you're getting muscled anyway. So, all in all, you got to take Giannis play by play. Some of it is just like, hey, I'm better than you, and I'm going to score on you. That's some big man basketball. At the end of the day, I respect that, whether it's offensive foul or good play. He's playing
Yeah,
big man. How many big mans are just soft in the NBA?
love it. I love that he plays hard.
So I respect how he plays. The refs ain't calling it. Let him play. The other team
And
has to find a way to stop it. Because I want to. We talked about Joe Embiid. They're doubling him. They're doing what they can to try to slow down Embiid and make him take jumpers. Giannis is still getting to the basket, and the other team. The first thing, stop this man. Put a wall. That's the first thing the team tells you. Put a wall. Make sure he don't get to the post. He don't get to the paint, and he still gets to the paint. It's a big man
Yeah,
basketball. I respect that.
and I'm going to say this: he is Shaq. If you go back and look at LSU Shaq, you look at Orlando Magic Shaq. He and Giannis have the exact same body, exact same height, exact same body type. The only this is what Shaq would be if Shaq had come up in this age. We're getting the evolution of what Shaq would have been pre Orlando Shaq. When Orlando Shaq was catching the rebound, running the break, and then going and dunking on people full court, like a full court break. So that's what we're getting. And that's why I keep making that comparison. Um, let's talk a little bit about Al Horford. Did you? I don't know if you got to catch it, Charlie Murphy, but Al Horford last night, man, he took it back to like when he was 25. Did anybody see the revenge game on Giannis?
yeah, I
Start with
saw
you,
it.
Smooth.
I saw it. I didn't expect him to score that many points, but can he keep it up? Because the Celtics need him to keep it up.
He played
They
really
come
well
up.
tonight.
I saw he had like 8 or 9 rebounds. I didn't see how many points he had.
He
How
only
many?
had 8 points, 8 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover.
Yeah, he's 35. You're gonna get one good game out of him where he scores 30, and that's it because he's Al Horford. He remembers the player he was, but you're not gonna get that type of consistency from him. What you need from him is defensive leadership. You need him to cut off the lane, from people driving. That's all you can expect from him. What I was impressed with tonight was the duo of Jason Tatum and
Jalen Brown,
Jalen Brown.
they played their butts off today.
Jason Tatum shot terrible from three, but once he realized that the 3 point shot wasn't working, in the second half, he didn't take another three. I don't know if you noticed that. He didn't
No, I
take
did
another.
not. I got dragged in the grocery store, so I was watching on my phone, but it was like
Yeah, I
not
know.
the same. Yeah, it's
You're a
not the same.
responsible man.
But that's the point. He didn't take another three, and then his shot percentage went up, and they were out there balling. It was just an incredible,
Yeah.
incredible block shot
In fact,
by
he was only
by
2 for 2
Holiday.
from three. He only shot 2 threes, and he made both of them, and he didn't
Who?
shoot any more threes.
Who?
Jason Tatum, he was 2 for 2. I'm looking at the
Oh,
stats
it's
now.
2-4-11. I thought it was 2 4
The
11.
wait, is it is it game four or game five that you're
Game
referring
five.
Game
to?
5.
Okay, I think Amy's talking about game four where he got 30 points, right? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
be smooth. I apologize.
Maybe I
yeah.
Be
was looking
smooth.
at the
Because
wrong stat line. Maybe I was looking at the wrong one.
yeah, you're looking at the wrong stat line.
For
Tonight he only shot two. He shot 2 for 2. He only
yeah,
shot two.
game
Yeah.
four he had 30 points, and then you were talking about Jason Tatum shooting back. He had three. Tatum was 3 of 10 for the 3 point line.
But I gotta give Drew Holiday. Yeah, I'm calling him Drew. He that block at the end of the game was masterful.
It was.
Masterful.
It
And,
was.
and he cuffed him. That's
Yeah.
what made it even better. It was an all-time block. If it had been an NBA Finals, we'd be talking about that block for years.
You know,
And
he played out of his mind, and I just have to say this: the Celtics are probably cooked because
oh yeah,
82. They've been pointing out 82% of the time the team that wins Game Five goes on, and also they won that on Boston's home floor. So yeah, it's probably over for them. But go ahead,
and
continue.
you got performances like that from those two guys, and you still lost. What else can you do?
Yeah, and there's a moment. They talk about this. Former players will talk about this. There's a moment in every playoff series in the best of seven where one team gives like throws a haymaker at the other team, and that haymaker like just bounces off the chin of the other team,
Hmm.
and that's the moment where both teams know who's going to win the series. And they know because it's like we threw our best shot and it's still like you didn't even flinch. Well, now we know it's over. So, and then that's usually like after that, you'll see the next team kind of get blown out. So, don't be surprised if Boston gets blown out when they go back to,
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
yep, gone fishing. Any other thoughts? You are annoying, Envy. You are just annoying. I
Yes,
tell
be
you.
smooth.
Be
Be smooth.
smooth.
Be
Yeah.
nice. Be
Go
nice.
ahead. Any other
I
thoughts,
was
Charlie,
watching.
before we
Uh,
get out of here?
I had Milwaukee winning. Um, I don't really have much to add. Um, they got to stop Giannis.
Yeah.
The supporting cast of the Bucks are getting it done, and you're getting what you want from the main two people from Boston. That's great. You get one good game from Horford. That's great, but that might be it. The haymaker's thrown. I don't see anyone from the supporting cast of Boston stepping up.
No, no. We've had our Grant Williams game, um, and we've had our Al Horford game. We've had 2 games from Jason Tatum and 2 games from Jalen Brown where they've been out of their mind, and yet Boston just doesn't have enough, which I am absolutely shocked because, in my opinion, they have the better team. But and I don't know if Robert Williams would have Time Lord would have made a difference. I think that he would have because in the games that he played, the Boston won all of those. But it's unfortunate he's got some knee issues, so we'll never know. But I do believe it would have helped, but who knows? Well, I appreciate you guys for coming on. Huh?
One more thing
Go
before we
ahead.
go. Steph Curry is not a clutch player. You know they're getting beat 80-50 right now with the at the start of the
Yeah, I
third.
see that.
The Warriors are missing a lot of threes.
They
Like
are.
it's just throughout the whole series. I mean, Clay has been garbage shooting,
Because they're not
but
front runners ever.
Well, Clay is cooked. I think you and I had that conversation. Clay is cooked. He's done. He can't move anymore. He's not a great defender, and he's not a great shooter anymore. Um, maybe but I know that I keep saying that, but maybe with a full season under his belt next year, maybe he gets back to it.
No, they're just the best front runners of all time. If they can get out to a big lead, they're safe. But when the game is tight, the Warriors never win, and it's just
I
it is what it is.
because this is game five. No, it's game six for them, right?
Yep, this is
I
game
This is
think it's
game
six.
game
six.
six. Yeah.
Well,
So
this is do or die for Memphis, and you know that they were going to come out and scratch and claw. So
this is game
happy to
five.
see games. Yeah, this is game 5.
Game
So
five.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to see this
No, it's game
this go
six.
6.
Is it?
No, this is 5.
Oh, it is fine. Yeah,
It's
you're right.
This
5.
is five. Yeah. Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all
So
right.
All right.
all right, guys. Well, thank you guys both for for doing the bonus content. We thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you watch us on YouTube. You rate us, review us, give us 5 stars, leave a comment, and we'll see you guys in a couple of days.